Good evening, everyone. It is November 22nd, 2024. This is Big Jilm from Big Jilm's Gaming Channel. How you doing? If you don't know who I am normally a drum teacher for a living and play in a band for a living. Living the dream, baby, living the dream. I also like to collect lots of video games, if you haven't noticed by my previous videos already. So, while I'm here, I might as well show you that I have this Atari 7800, supposedly with hookups to a flat screen. I gotta dig through it and see what I got. I'm really not too good with like the converters and stuff to get it running with flat screen, but I literally contacted someone about a different post about a garage sale, and I was asking if the person doing the garage sale had any video games, and she said no, but someone else responded and was like, well, I have something that you might want. And I was like, I'm a collector, so sure, I'd be interested. And she was like, I literally tried to give her money for it, and she would not take it. She literally just dropped this off at my side door with 11 games here. Here's the console. Crazy. Didn't even meet the lady, just off of Facebook. Dropped it at my side door for free. And the box, too. Ridiculous. See if I can get a shot of the box. Yep, there you go. So that's kind of cool. I haven't hooked that up yet or messed with it yet. My Star Trek figurines that came in the other day. And my 7 seasons of Star Trek in mint condition. Alright, now you're going to enter and see the what I call the more modern game room, because it has younger systems and such, and something that I just picked up yesterday, which is the 1-Up Simpsons arcade machine. Holy crap, look at this. I was so excited to pick this up because I've been eyeing it for a long time, and people are usually asking $500, $600 for it. I got it for $400. So I thought that was a pretty good deal from my buddy Mark Duggan. Mark, if you end up watching this video, thank you very much. I went to high school with this guy maybe 20 plus years ago there, so we hadn't seen each other in a very long time, but it was good to see him. And thank you again, sir, for this hookup. I almost killed myself trying to get it in the house because it weighs probably like 200 pounds. But we made it. We made it. Shouldn't be doing that with bad knees, but that's a whole nother story. You know, drummer for a living. Too many gigs. That's a little bit of a look at the board there. And yes, I'm taping this with a computer, so sorry about the janky videotaping. I'm holding it the whole time. I mean, how cool is this shit? It's like as close to the arcade as possible. And it also has Simpsons Bowling, which I've never played too, because it has the little roller thing. So I'm going to have a little fun with that tonight, and tomorrow, and probably for a long time. Okay, so going on. Oh, here's Creeks. Hi, Creeks. Making an appearance. This is my roommate, my son. Creekers the cat. Originally from Kentucky. That's a whole nother story. Saved him from a creek in Kentucky. Hence the name Creekers. Yes, I love cats. Going on here. So I'm sitting down on my living room couch. In the background, you will see a bunch of Xbox 360 games that I still got to test. And as I said earlier, this room has more of the younger systems in it. I have a PS4, an Xbox 360, a PlayStation 2, and the Retron 5. And I will kind of try to get a close-up of all of these. Hopefully, the lighting in here isn't the best, so I'll do my best here. Stupid cord. PS2. Xbox 360 on the floor. Yeah, and I hear running it sideways just saves the fan from overheating. Makes sense. PS4 in the back, which I just probably got maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Great deal. PS4 Pro, so it has shit tons of memory. And I think I got it only for like $180. So according to everyone else who plays PS4, that was a steal. And then you see the Retron 5, which is in the back there. This guy, which plays original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, Famicom, original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, yeah, all that. Got that for $30. Ridiculous. It's worth like $200. I think currently it's worth that right now. But that's the modern game room for you. Fractured butthole, of course, on the 65-inch Sony that I picked up last year around Super Bowl time. Apparently, it's the best time to buy a TV because thing is originally over $1,000, and I got it for like $460. So that's ridiculous. I didn't know. Someone told me it's the best time to get a TV, though. Alright, so now we're going to go into the retro game room. I'd play a little bit of The Simpsons right now, but I really don't have a way to prop up the computer while I'm playing. But maybe I'll get some footage of that Wednesday. I have one of my students is going to hang out with me. We're going to double team this machine. That sounded terrible, but you know what I mean. We're gonna beat the game 2-player style. I love The Simpsons Arcade. I'm so happy to have this. I always wanted this game as a kid. And you know, the only way you can get it is a Commodore 64, I think. The only way I know that is from James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd. I think many of you gamers probably know that too. So this is what I like to call the retro game room. Here comes all the fun, guys. This is where I spend most of my time and where most of my collection is. So we're talking 5 TVs in here. It'd take me a while to count all the systems, but there's like 15 or so where I can just hook them up at will by a change of an AV cable. But stuff is, hooked up already. I'll explain what TV is hooked up to what right now. This TV, the Sony, I believe it's called it's similar to the Triniton, I guess. It's a Wega. I'm not sure. I'm playing NCAA 2006 on it. It's one of my favorite games. But that plays the PS2 and what else? Something else is hooked up to it. Maybe not. Oh, the Sega Genesis and Sega CD, which is down here. I own 2 of them and have 2 hooked up because I'm crazy. I don't know if you can see it. There's the gun. A little dark under there. But I've been experiencing problems with this one anyways. I've played it out. There's too much stuff saved on the internal memory, probably. I've been having trouble saving games on it and whatnot. So I said screw it and just bought another one. Set up a whole separate TV for it, which you're going to see in a second. The mini flat screen right now has the Super Nintendo Classic hooked up, so it's just basically playing demos right now. But what's hooked up to this TV is the Super Nintendo Classic and the Nintendo Classic. Just those 2. I believe. I don't think, well, something's in the, oh, of course, and then there's a PS2 hooked up to it as well. I have a PS2 hooked up to this TV, and that TV. Because I test a lot of PS2 games. And I have a lot of PS2 games. You're going to see that in a second.